Well, I think like tonight, I thought we played, offensively as about as well as we've executed over a period of time, especially out of our building. And I think we showed some toughness, some grit, playing out of foul trouble, playing with guys nicked up and having makeshift lineups out there. I thought I thought we played well. Oklahoma State's got a terrific team, and obviously we couldn't guard Bryce and Boone the first half, but I think they're really good, and I thought we had to be really good to have a chance to win tonight.
What allowed you to hang in there and then actually have the lead at halftime the way they were?
I don't know. I thought they outplayed us first half. Somehow we're up. That play that Zuby and Kevin and Grady made to end the half was really a big play, and somehow we're up two and feel like two guys dominated the game, which they did. But the second half, I thought our guys guarded better. I thought we made a couple of adjustments that may have helped us a little bit, and then I thought Grady and Kevin just kind of put us on their back.
Bill, you said that about the offense, and Grady was just in here and he said it was practice this week, that was a product of practice. How proud does that make you as a coach to be able to come into a building like this and run your offense that way?
Well, I think a lot of times kids say whatever they think you want to hear a lot of times, but I hope he was actually speaking the truth. We played better at OU too, and we moved the ball the second half. And tonight it looked good to me when the ball moved and we shared it. And we have to play that way. We don't have guys that are great one-on-one players, and so we need to have ball and body movement. But when the ball moves like that, I do think we have enough scores out there. We're pretty hard to guard.
Yeah, 26 assists.
Yeah. That tells you two things. It tells you you're getting all your shots off the catch, which is fine. But it tells you you're probably not getting fouled as much because you're not playing one-on-one. And obviously OSU didn't get a lot of assists in the first half, but they were still real effective because they just played one-on-one, which was probably the smartest thing they could do against the lineup we had guarding them.
When you took Jalen out when he got his third, what's the game plan or the thinking then? I mean, as long as you're up, keep him out?
I was thinking if we could get to the 12 or 13-minute mark. And I don't know when we put him in. It was about 12, wasn't it? But we actually played well when he was out of the game. So, and we kind of had a makeshift lineup. Joe came in and made a couple of big plays. And, in games like that, in most games, when you have foul trouble, you're not asking a guy to go out and score 6 or 8 in his replacement. Just make a play or two. And we had some guys make a play or two, which doesn't add up to mean a lot. But at that moment, it was so important because it allowed us to keep the lead.
Do you think that, is that a product of that Texas game where you guys did that with Jalen just getting the 2 that night?
You know what? I hadn't thought about it that hard, but I'd say probably the guys are more confident that we can play without him since the Texas game.
Bill, can you talk a little about Kevin McCullar's game? He's had 3 straight double-digit points.
Yeah.
Kind of what you
Yeah, he was great. Grady was the best player in the game for us. Kevin was without question the second best player. 6 of 9 from the field. He had to play. He made 2 huge plays. To your point, when those guys were out of the game, he comes back with back-to-back buckets, and he did a great job defensively. I wish I could go back and change how we guarded to start the game and guarded it more how we did at the end. But he did a great job defensively. But the big thing, 8 assists and no turnovers. That was big against a team that can really guard.
What's his ankle? Do you know yet?
I don't know. He's pretty nicked up, though. He and Juan both are.
Yeah, what was Juan's? Do you know?
I don't know. Seemed like it took a long damn time to do a tape job. So I thought it may have been worse than what it was. So, but I don't know.
Coach, is that young maturity from Grady ignoring the chants from the fans that they threw at him?
You know what? He's got a unique last name, and he's heard that since he was probably in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. I don't think it bothers him at all. I actually think he likes it. I think it fuels him. But the chants, I'm there and I don't even hear the chants. So if you're focused on the game, I think a lot of that stuff is just water off your back.
Caleb, can you talk a little about how Grady compares to some of the guys you've coached, scoring-wise and kind of shooting-wise, as a freshman especially?
He's the best freshman shooter I've ever had. So, hands down. So we just got to get him more shots. But he's the best freshman shooter I've ever had. We've had some pretty good freshmen. You can go back to Embiid and Wiggins and those cats. So I'm not going to say that. But as far as having a freshman year, I would put his freshman year with just about any freshman that we've ever had here when you just talk about the year.
Caleb Boone's been double teamed pretty aggressively the past few weeks. You guys elected not to. What adjustments did you make on him on the second half? It
We
seemed like
doubled him a little bit, or made fake like we were going to double him. Yeah, we elected not to. We the way they beat us the first time was us. I mean, the way they almost beat us the first time was us doubling, and Bryce got loose, and the other guys got loose. So we said, hey, make him score, and he did. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great strategy on my part, but make him score and stay connected to the shooters. And you know, even though they end up shooting the ball well from three, I actually think we guarded the arc pretty well.
What was the impact of Jay Will making a winning play that in the final 2 minutes of the game, the offensive rebound,
Yeah.
put back, and the foul?
Yeah, he made 2 plays, didn't he? Did he get the one that bounced around and fell into? Didn't he make a lot of 8-footer as well? So in the last 2 or 3 minutes, but the dagger was the putback, the and one. That was a great play. You know, he struggled the whole game, and you know, I'm not going to make excuses for him at all. He's getting frustrated too much about, you know, not getting the free throw line, and he's got to get rid of that. But he responded there at the end.
Bill, big picture, what does it mean to sweep OU and OSU and tie for first?
Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's OU, OSU, whatever. This league is so good. We're happy where we are, but I'm not putting such an emphasis on, you know, in the past when we were competing to win the league, we were competing against one team to win the league. You're competing against 6 or 7 teams to win the league now. You can't put so much emphasis on winning the league, in my opinion. You put emphasis on, let's just be the best we can be when it counts the most, and keep grinding, and because there's no reason why. I mean, there's at least 7 and maybe 8 that are second weekend teams in our league, and Oklahoma State's one of them. So, you know, you can't. When we lost 3 in a row, everybody said the sky's falling. I'm like going, it's the league we're playing in right now, and there'll be other teams that lose 3 in a row as well.
Couple of road wins, and you always talk about that moment where you become a team and you
Yeah.
find that identity. Do you think this last few days?
I hope so. I don't know if it's just been the last few days. I mean, I thought against Texas we were pretty good. Last 3 games we've done a better job of being a little grimy. We like playing games that we were comfortable in. Hopefully, we're getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
John Michael Wright had 6 threes tonight. He was the only Cowboy to hit more than 1 3 on you, but what did he do at times to get loose?
Well, I think, you know, he made 2 in the first half, but he scored 6 points. I mean, he's a good player, so I mean, it's not like that killed us. But the second half, we did some different things, and he's plenty good. I think when Juan hurt his ankle, you know, because we would have kept Juan connected to him, that may have made a little difference as well.
You've had a lot of success against Caleb Boone in the past. What's different about him now?
You know, I'm not there every day, but he appears to me to be supremely confident. He appears to me to have better touch. You know, even though we did a bad job on him, hey, 6-7 foot jump hooks aren't the easiest shots to make, and he's scoring over both shoulders. He's doing a better job of that. And he just seems to be, you know, rounding into being the player that I'm sure they envisioned when they first recruited him. But he's impressive though.